What is going on, everyone? Tallen here at 59 Gaming, and today we've got some unfortunate news that we need to talk about concerning Battlefield. If anyone here is a big Battlefield fan, this might come of a little bit of a shocker, but a lot of people are not shocked at the same time, just due to the current situation that we're still in and everything like that, and just the lack of, well, news for the last, like, what feels like forever, but realistically it's only been about a month. So we're going to talk about, though, but we're also going to talk about what it means when the game eventually does release here in the next couple of months, because it's actually coming after one of its biggest competitors, which of course is Call of Duty. And what does this mean just going forward into this, as usual, crazy time in the season for when games are coming out and everyone only has a limited amount of funds and everything? So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with this right now from the official statement first. We're going to go over the official statement, then we're going to go over some other stuff. So first off, we've made the decision to shift the launch of Battlefield 2042. The game is now going to be released worldwide on November 19th, 2021. Building next generation of Battlefield during a global pandemic has created unforeseen challenges for our development teams. Given the scale and scope of the game, we had hoped our teams would be able to get back to the studios together as we move towards launch. With the ongoing conditions not allowing that, however, basically, it's been a lot of extra hard work for the team, and they need some extra time to deliver their vision of Battlefield 2042 for our players. Our enthusiasm for the game has been very inspiring. We believe in the game we're making, and we thank you for your patience as we put the final touches into the experience. Updates on the open beta will be coming later this month. So, if you have been paying attention at all, if you've been hyped ever since the initial release of the trailers for Battlefield, both the cinematic one and the gameplay reveal way back in June, you're probably like, oh my god, this is going to be an amazing game. Cannot wait. I can tell you personally right now, me, Ignat, Ryuden, we are all super hyped for this game and everything. And then all of a sudden, after their initial like little story teases that we saw on Twitter, and then that initial Twitter/YouTube little premiere thing where they showed off one of the main characters from Battlefield 4 actually, and how he had, like, you know, obviously this is a continuation of that in terms of that universe. That's, you know, that's all we've basically seen. We've seen a couple of gameplay snippets here and there randomly of some, you know, of the new operators and everything, but other than that, like, nothing really has been shown, right? We didn't see anything at Gamescom, which is a huge, like, kind of red flag for a lot of people, but a lot of us are just like, Battlefield's been at Gamescom for the last like 4 years in a row, and now nothing is here. They say the beta is going to be in September, and nothing's here now. And so everyone's just like freaking out here. So first off, I want to say, take a deep breath. As a teacher, I say it to my students all the time. So first off, let's all take a deep breath here, okay? First off, a delay is actually a good thing, right? Do we really want another Cyberpunk situation? No, we do not want that, right? Delay the game as much as you need it. It is not easy to make a full-fledged video game, especially a AAA and the standards that Battlefield is known for, at home. That cannot be easy. I want to stress that enough right now. It cannot be easy for Battlefield to have to be made at home for however long. It doesn't even matter how long it's being made for. Regardless, delay it all you need to, DICE. I have no problems with that whatsoever, okay? Plus, us having high expectations for something, we are already setting ourselves up to just be disappointed regardless, right? If I have these huge expectations for the game, even no matter how hype it is, how fun it is, and everything like that, expectations are always going to make you see something in the world that is less than what it is, right? So I think it's obviously a very good thing that we have delayed this thing right now. Now, to also kind of unfortunately play devil's advocate here, though, this kind of the same thing happened with Battlefield 5. Remember how it was delayed by about a month, give or take, to then be released in November. And Battlefield 5 didn't exactly have the greatest release and everything like that. And we obviously know what happened afterwards and all that kind of fun stuff, right? So I definitely see some people's worries there when it comes to that, right? A lot of people have been expressing themselves online and everything, saying like, yo, this kind of the same thing happened with Battlefield. Is 1 month really enough, right? Should we not delay it by a few months, right? Should we not delay it by 6 if this is really that, you know, that time is really needed or anything like that? Which I do totally get. So we'll have to wait and see though, because as you guys know, it's not just DICE working on this game. There are 4 teams working on this game, a combination of DICE, Criterion, Ripple Effect, which if you don't know, Ripple Effect is the renamed DICE LA. They worked on all the DLC for like Battlefield 4 and the CTE project and all that stuff. And then even the Gothenburg area is also coming in to help them with this game as well. So there has been a lot of hands on deck for this, but again, they are working from home, so I totally get why they had to delay that and everything. But at the same time, I do understand that is a month really enough to do that? And I will actually say, yes, a month can be a lot of free time. If they truly focus on that and they're not trying to focus on the social media aspect of everything and answering our, little questions and everything like that, then yes, that is, definitely a good thing. Although, if I'm wrong, correct me if I'm wrong on this, but isn't usually the person who handles all the social media stuff not actually working on the game? I'm not really sure. But again, maybe they're not being, maybe there's miscommunication there and everything when it comes to the developers of the game and then the PR / the people who handle all the social media stuff. Maybe there's some misconnection there. And so the social media people can't actually tell us what's going on because they don't know what's going on. So I don't know. We'll have to wait and see if that story ever comes to fruition and everything. But regardless, that is what the current situation is. So let me know your thoughts down below. What are your thoughts on them delaying and everything? Because again, I see both sides, right? Me personally, I'm on the side of delay it as much as you need to. Delay it as much as you need to. As much as I really want to play the game, and I'm super hyped for a Battlefield game now, because 1 in 5 are not my cup of tea personally. Super hyped, but I understand why people are a little worried about it. Are people saying, all right, you know what? I'm just going to move on. Maybe I'll pick it up on sale or something like that, regardless. But do keep in mind though, that we do have the beta coming up. Now, it says here in this little update here that updates on the open beta will be coming later this month. So a lot of people have basically taken this to say that it's probably going to happen in October. And I'm inclined to say that that's probably what's going to happen as well, because while the beta is not, let's put it this way for a second. The beta is pretty much, just a separate version of the current game that's being made, right? It's not like they develop the game and then they stop at some point and say, okay, this all the way down, this is the beta, and the rest of this is what the game is going to be, right? No. Generally, the beta is a different version of the game that they are making, right? Or it's because they'll make the game up to a certain point and say, oh, no, okay, now we want to switch it this way and keep going like this, taking all that stuff with them, but the beta will still be at that spot right there, basically, right? Usually that's going to be like little features and everything like that, but regardless, the beta, I wouldn't be surprised, is probably done, or it's like very close to being done. They're maybe putting some final touches on that, but again, they don't want to take too much time away from the main game that they're trying to make to just make a beta that much nicer. Obviously, the beta is what you want your customers to see, because if it impresses them, then they're going to go buy the game and everything like that. But they're not going to be putting the same level of polish onto a beta that they are onto the main game and everything like that. And at this point, can we really call it a beta? I think personally not. I think this is most likely going to be a demo, because like anything, unless the beta is really months and months out from the release, there are only going to be very little changes that they can make, right? They can, like, the easy little changes they can make, potentially some little graphic hiccup here or there, or something, in game or something like that. That little stuff, yeah, that stuff can be changed between a beta and an actual game's release. However, if there's any major problems or concerns though, they're not gonna be able to change that within the time that the beta finishes to the time of the game releasing, within a month, basically, right? If it was, like, oh, the beta came out in June and the game is releasing in November, then it's like, okay, yeah, absolutely, there's plenty of time to hammer out all those situations and everything, hopefully. That's what's going to happen. Not so much the case here though. So we'll have to wait and see what's going to happen with this demo / beta. I'm super excited to still play it because I really think it's going to be fun. The one thing that is also concerning though, that a lot of people are bringing up, is the fact that this game is releasing after Vanguard. As you guys know, love it or hate Call of Duty, Call of Duty is one of the biggest first-person shooter genres in the entire world. And they're one of Battlefield's biggest competitors. And the fact that this game is coming out after that, it'll be interesting to see what happens, right? Because basically Call of Duty and Battlefield have done a flip-flop this year. Call of Duty has gone back to World War II and Battlefield has gone back to modern. Well, modern-ish. It's 2042. It's 20 years, give or take, in the future, but regardless, you guys get the idea. So it'll be interesting to see if the Battlefield game still does really well, simply because everyone's like, no, I want my modern shooter. I don't want to go back into World War II or anything like that. We've done that plenty of times already. We had that way back in the days where when I was young and everything like that, was the hype time back then when I was in high school and everything, where you had all the World War II games and everything like that. So it's just interesting to see if that happens. Are people simply tired of Call of Duty because of having the Battle Royale game out year round? Or are people just going to play that and not even bother to buy the actual, Vanguard game or anything like that, regardless of what multiplayer and single player there is? We'll have to wait and see if that's what's going to be the case. Because again, when you look at the trailers and everything and the reception from fans, Battlefield had a very positive reaction when it came to both the cinematic reveal and the gameplay reveal. But then unfortunately, communications just haven't really been there, which, by the way, I, again, am 100% okay with if that means they are focusing solely on the game to come out with as smooth as possible and everything. Vanguard kind of had more of a mixed feeling, but again, that could also just be, you know, haters going in to hate a video and everything like that. Again, we'll have to wait and see. I personally have not played a Call of Duty game in years. I really haven't, so I'm not really sure on that, just to be honest. But again, it'll be interesting to see what happens when both of those games releases, because again, it's around the holiday season time. It's November, going into Christmas and everything. I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of people simply wait until, you know, Black Friday or some kind of Christmas sale or something like that, right? Like, you don't pick it up on release and you just wait for a sale to still get all of that amount of content that both games are promising. So it'll be interesting to see. So again, let us know your thoughts about in the comments. What do you think in this current situation? Are you fine with Battlefield delaying their game? Do you think Call of Duty is going to sweep from behind them and just take everything? Do you think that the delay doesn't mean anything and it's still going to be, you know, kind of an iffy launch? If you've looked at all past Battlefield game launches, they haven't exactly been the greatest. So, you know, fingers crossed that this kind of changes that. We'll have to wait and see. And just, again, let us know your thoughts down below in the comments. Are you totally skipping the game and all that kind of fun stuff? It'll be interesting to see what happens. So anyway, guys, I've been Tallen with 59 Gaming, though. Again, let us know your thoughts down below in the comments. Make sure you hit that like button if you enjoy the content, and subscribe to stay up to date on everything here. Until next time, everyone, we'll see you all in the next one. Johnny.